Alright, let's get this thing rolling. It's your boy Marcos. It's Manic Mondays. First off, I apologize for the voice. It's probably going to crack, break, and shatter throughout the whole video. I would tell you I'm sick, but I'd be lying. I went on a crazy rampage slash, just all out balls to the wall partying this past weekend. Some of the fellas. So we're still recovering from it. So I got a really good suggestion for a C4 only class. A style Zeta. Unfortunately, we'll get to that probably next week. I'm rolling really around this week, but I also got a couple messages who want to see some shotgun gameplay, and I was planning on bringing it anyway. I actually started last week playing a little with the Remington, so I figured I'd just put it over here in advance for Manic Monday. This is just a stupid idea right there. So we got the Remington, which I don't really know much about shot. I've only really used the Remington. I've used the KSG on a couple of occasions, and I enjoyed it. But I've had some good success with the Remington. With the long barrel, oof, Ronnie with the snipe. Alright, we got the long barrel and the red dot on it. So you give it a little bit more range, a little bit more accuracy, a little bit more punch. Now, I've never really used shotguns ever in Call of Duty. Hey, it's Urbo. I didn't actually see him this weekend during the Rager. But I've never, I digress. I've never really used shotguns throughout Call of Duty. I like the concept of them, obviously. It's cool running into somebody and pumping them with a shotgun. But to me, it just feels like it limits way too much your range. I can only kill somebody who's close. I'm okay. I'd rather try to kill somebody from a little bit farther distance. Now, this guy, I think, I lucky he's not even playing. So, give him a little headshot right there. So yeah, that's mainly why I've never played it before. Now in this game, they kind of did a good job balancing it out, and shotguns are pretty powerful in this game. I mean, I get clapped by Remingtons all day. KSGs, they demolish me. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. Look at the perks right there. We got the Flight Jacket, Scavenger, Dexterity, Engineer. I like the Dexterity just to be able to bring up the gun a little bit quicker if I have to take down sights, even though I try mainly to keep it a hip-fire weapon. Sometimes giving that little extra aim is pretty good. Oof, my man, what are you doing? It's not effective camping. And then I got Remington on Remington right there. This is a pretty good gameplay though I have over here with the shotgun. I'm running some small kill streaks. I mean, you could put on a VSAT with this. I feel comfortable enough to do it. But I mean, like I said, I haven't played too much with the shotgun. So I'd rather, especially on a map like Standoff where sentry guns are amazing, I'd rather try it out with that. Got those two guys with the C4, always a good perk. Also with the Remington, what you want to do, and the reason why I like having dexterity, is simply just to get from somewhere to another place like quicker, like climbing up those stairs and stuff like that. I'm not running lightweight or one of those perks that make you go really quickly like that. It's just not my style, to tell you the truth. But in terms of running a shotgun, it's definitely your advantage to be as quick as possible. It's also in your advantage, and the most important thing with doing a shotgun, why a lot of people aren't as effective with the shotgun, is you really have to understand what your range is. Normally if I'm running around with a submachine gun, I have no problem going through this courtyard any times. I have no problem going down this middle of the street most of the time. I really have no problem in any sort of mid-range to long-range game, and I feel comfortable enough that with my accuracy I'll be able to get them. Oof, I got lucky there. But the shotgun, it's not so much about accuracy. You're kind of gonna get them if you get them up close, but you gotta get them up close. There's a good sentry gun spot right there, and the one where we saw a sentry gun before is another good spot. Shout out to my man Garrick for showing me those. But you gotta really work your encounters to your favor. So you want to stay in places that you could shotgun people quickly. Look at this alley right here. This is pretty good. I get those two, and then I got lucky. I got a sniper. If he had a real gun, or not a real gun, but if he had a more effective weapon right there, like a assault rifle or submachine gun, that guy would have killed me easily. But those two right there in the alley, that was my win situation. This building, I feel completely comfortable taking anybody on in this building. I'm also trying to stun people, make sure I know where they are, and C4 as well, even though I don't have one right there. But look at this. I go upstairs. I'll put the sentry gun up there. Now I'm going to come inside the house. I'm not going to run around out there in the middle, try to get him from above. I mean, that guy had no chance right there. That was an aerial assault and a half right there. That's that murder game. Notice how I don't go to the tractor side right here either, because it's just too dangerous. It's too much. If that guy's waiting for me at the tractor, there's no way I'm going to kill that dude. He's got that kill all day. But we do a good sentry gun setup right here. The good thing about those sentry guns right there is that they look at each other. So they protect each other, which is important. You know, you can put a sentry gun anywhere. If no one's protecting it, it's just gonna get taken down. So you want to strategically place them in a place where you could get them. Now right there, that's a decent spot as well if they're spawning over there next to the tank. But I probably should have gone up and put a sentry gun over there where I put on top of that roof where we're looking at right now. Miss over there with the Remington, dodge and weave, okay, alright, it's the guy at the deli. Where's my other friend? Where's my other friend? Where's my other friend? Anybody see him? No? Oh! This guy just got an LMG. He's just spraying. I waited. I heard him throw the Semtex and I popped out. I figured I'd be able to get him with that motion unless he had fast hands and I'd be screwed, but I'll take that risk. I'm alright. They're doing the same move right here, going up, trying to follow these dots. Someone's coming from inside. Maybe he's downstairs. Maybe he's not. Boom. Get him. On the Merciless. And then there's two AGR running around. So obviously that helps out the situation. But yeah, I mean, that's my main recommendation with the shotgun. With any shotgun. Except for the KSG. I really got to play with that before I give you any recommendation with that thing. Because that thing's got range for days. But for the most part, when you run a shotgun in this game or any other game, you really got to keep those tight engagements. We had the 100% advantage. I mean, it's just, yeah, Garrick's putting over there his sentry gun. I'm like, all right, well, I guess you get that one. And they took out my other one that I put over there because there's nothing gone. That's okay. Just making sure you keep, oh, an RPG. So we got the flat jacket, but notice I don't go after him. I'm going to be in the middle of the street. They're probably spawning at the barn. I'm going to stay here, heal. He came in eventually. I popped him. Now I'm going to come out. See the red dot. He's got a launcher at the beginning, so I figured I got an advantage. And this guy, should have killed me better. His teammate's oblivious. That always helps. Because, I mean, those guys, one of them at least should have had me. That's okay. Like I always say in my videos, luck is part of it all. Got the Ruthless going. Now I'm setting it up right there. Love the dexterity. I normally don't use it. So when I do use it, I notice how big of a difference it is. In pulling up the gun, but also in just getting places. And with a shotgun, you want to have it out as much as possible. If someone runs into you when you're trying to get up there, just pop them. I'm not exactly sure what this guy was doing. And that's the second time I see him there. I don't know. I'm on the C4 trying to figure out what his dot is. A little bit risky right here. Put one in him, but notice I don't follow him through there. I go up top. Unfortunately, he went top as well. But I think 9 times out of 10 is better than they just turn the corner and having the guy pop me. And this one's coming down to the end right here. So it's a pretty good game. That's my tips with a shotgun. Ain't nothing revolutionary, nothing crazy, but hey, 43-7 with 30, and I love the amount of confirms you get with this because you're mainly getting them all. I mean, those 5 were just, you know, the sentry gun kills. Aside from that, I probably got every single other tag I got out there, except for, you know, a couple times I got shot, but that happens. All right, it's your boy Marco's gonna catch me tomorrow. Tight Tuesday. We got a real close game coming tomorrow. It doesn't get closer than that. So it's gonna be some good footage. And you know, Manic Monday for next week. We're gonna put it on this Friday's video. So thank y'all. Y'all have a good day. And thank you for bearing with my voice, man. I got very little bit left. Hopefully, I'll get some more back by tomorrow.